Okay. Now this is what is showing, and you can see that it's not quite where we want it. So I like to have it, you can pick where it's most comfortable for you, but we want to fix it so that this is more or less in the middle. And so you might need to move that up a little bit so that you can get the top of the cross. So you will be more or less there. But then you will want to sort of move it around depending on where the edge is, so to speak. So people who read the prayers and do the readings will come over here. You'll want to move it over here. People can see who's, you want to move it over to the pianist, maybe, you might want to move it when Father Gordon comes to do his sermon, he comes down here. You want to move it so that he's in the picture. The only time I don't move it for the action is if somebody is speaking from the back. I don't try to turn it all the way around so that, because some people don't want to be on camera, some people don't care. And I have found that if I move it too fast, it moves so fast that people feel a little bit like woozy. So I just move it very slowly and only this action. I don't try to capture that action. There's hardly ever any there. But the remote, that will make things smaller, that will make things bigger, but you have to be in front of the camera for that to happen. So there it's smaller. I like to have it just as big as I can have it to capture as many details as I can. But you'll decide how you like to have it. And you can adjust it one way or another to make it tilt a little bit more one way or another.
So what did you do earlier? This was over here, and then you changed it around.
You can move this.
Oh, I see. Just move the camera.
And you can move this up and down.
Okay, so then it's easier for me to.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so you'll want to move it over here when someone is doing one of the readings. When the acolyte will be sitting right here, and there's a place in the service where he says, "Please stand if you are able and join me reciting the Nicene Creed." You'll want to have him in the picture because he's the one talking, but when he's not talking and when no one else is there, I like to have it here because this is where Father Gordon sits. And when nothing else is going on, I like to have him in the picture because he's the guy. The organist and the pianist don't particularly care whether or not they are shown. They don't care whether, you don't have to try to catch them when they're playing. But if someone is singing, you'll want to catch that person who is singing. Okay? And when everything is done, and then after the service, they'll process out. Father Gordon will say, "Please join us for refreshments in the library," or whatever. And then the organist or the pianist will play a postlude. And so don't stop the camera until that person is done playing. So you start and end with the music.
Postlude.
The prelude and the postlude. You want to start with the prelude and end with the postlude. Okay. Then when everything's done, you go to end stream. And you say, "Yep, I really mean it. I want to end."